Okay, alright, hey, hello, and welcome, everybody, to tonight's tasty, super fantastic dinosaur list. Oh my goodness, I think you guys are in for a real treat, I must say. Lots of good stuff to love about this. It is a list suggested by Victor's Sword there. If you're watching right now, or of course I would imagine you're going to join in a little bit. Cut, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. Very exciting today. Hopefully that coffee is treating everybody well as it continues to treat me. Got my cup right here. Just a regular bargain brand. Does the trick. However, as I was saying, Karn Sylex, it does the thing. Lots of people, most people would not want to use this because it destroys everything they have done, their creatures, enchantments, and whatnot. But again, the plan, as it has been in the past, play some bigger stuff that is above whatever I would pay for X to destroy each non-land permanent with a mana value X or less. You can only activate it as a sorcery, unfortunately. That's too bad. But hopefully having Tyrranax Rex, Etali, Primal, Conqueror, Ghalta, of course, Ripjaw Raptor, hopefully. There's only 2 copies of Ripjaw, and there's some 3s, some 2s. I wanted to keep it as close as possible to the suggested list, and then we're gonna probably tweak it a little bit as we go. We'll try it out for a few matches here. It's gonna be pretty fantastic. Wayward Swordtooth, skipping over stuff for 2. We'll see how smooth it is. It's going to be a little bit rough, potentially. I'm a little worried not having a Tepic Hunt Master, Marauding Raptor, Delanor Elves, anything super cheap. Of course, that stuff would die whenever we pop Karn Sylex. However, there is a way we can save that. Golden Argosy. The Golden Argosy. I guess it's a type of ship from Greek, Roman times, something like that. 4 for a 3/6 vehicle, crew 1, which is pretty fantastic, although we're going to crew it with all the creatures that die. Everybody's jumping into the ship. We're not jumping ship. Dinos are so fantastic. Sometimes we don't get the job done, so you could imagine maybe I would jump ship to a different deck. However, that is not the case here. Loaded up with Wayward Swordtooth, Topiary Stompers, maybe some cheap creatures if I want to, stick to this plan of bundling them all. Whenever it attacks, we exile each creature that crewed it this turn. Return them to the battlefield tapped under their owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So they would return at the beginning of the end of our turn. I think I said that right. So we attack with this, boom, all that stuff goes in the ship. It's nice and safe. And then in the second main phase, we pop Karn Sylex. Everything survives, comes back. The opponent's side has nothing. So it's not a big problem that the creatures re-enter tapped. If they don't have anything that can attack us next turn, not a problem whatsoever. It's going to be nice to explore this. I mean, just straight up, Crew 1 is fantastic. It could help bust a Marauding Raptor lock. If we have 2 Marauding Raptors out, 4 damage to any creature that enters the battlefield. If we want to have some weaker creatures enter and not die, we could maybe crew this with Marauding Raptor. And it has a pretty hard time steering a ship, but it's a pretty smart dino, so I guess it's going to figure out a way. We'll get there. Arni slays the troll. A little bit of ramp. It's a permanent, so keeping that permanent theme as much as possible for Wayward Swordtooth. Once we get 10 permanents out, we ascend. We can start attacking and blocking, which is pretty fantastic. And we get to play an additional land each turn, which brings me to the land count of 25. Crazy stuff. It's been a long time since I've done that, but I've always felt that Wayward Swordtooth, with its ability, I want to a decently high land count just to increase the chance of playing a bunch each turn. And 4 of those 25, the blast zone. So it's kind of like I have less than 25. Chances are I'm going to be popping this. It's kind of like Karn Sylex, but only for a specific mana value. It enters with a charge counter. We tap for a colorless. We can pay 3, tap it, sacrifice it, destroying each non-land permanent with mana value equal to the number of charge counters. So we can't pop it right away, destroying all tokens. It starts with that charge counter, so we'd only be able to destroy non-land permanents with a mana value of 1 or more if we decide to put charge counters on it. It can't be countered. It can't be really dealt with unless they have maybe some land destruction potentially. But if we're going to pop it right away, no, that's going to be pretty difficult to deal with. Mono white humans, of course, this could be fantastic. Ramping and fighting, Lord Judgment. Yes, this is the super duper mix. A lot of tasty things, I must say, like that squash in the picture. The dinosaur is in front of a big piece of cheese. I couldn't quite decide how I wanted it to go, but it's excited. Everybody is mixing up the soup. This is sort of a collaborative thing, as it often is. You guys giving suggestions and try this, sprinkle in a little bit of Wayward Swordtooth. Here's a little bit of Arni slays the troll. Some Savage Stomps. Of course, Savage Stomp is quite fantastic with Wayward Swordtooth, even if we're not at 10 permanents to attack and block. As always, this is a lovely fight target for this or anything else fighting related. So that's going to probably buy us a bit of time. We get a Wayward Swordtooth down, we play an extra land. It's a source of green, and then we fight with Savage Stomp. Brotherhood's End. Starting off with this is quite fantastic. Again, I kept it as is. However, I think Karn Sylex probably is enough of a sweeper. Maybe we don't need Brotherhood's End, but of course we're going to be smoking just about everything. Smoking the opponents just like that soup is kind of smoky. You might not be able to see that steam I added right in the top. So much good stuff. Again, the high land count is going to be interesting. I don't imagine we'll ever have too many instances of no lands. Last night was painful stuff. Multiple times. There was one game there, I remember in particular. Mulligan, no lands. No lands. No lands. That is, that's unlucky. But still a very good time, that's for sure. Hello, Five Ways. How's it going? Oh, this is going to be sweet. Sideboard-wise, I fleshed that out. It wasn't fleshed out at all, so we'll go with Lantern of the Lost, Graveyard Hate, Grease Fang, a little bit of Rakdos potentially. Get that Kroxa out of the way. Make Kroxa croak. Yeah. Back to Nature again. It's one of my favorites, destroying enchantments, although, of course, Karn Sylex destroys each non-land permanent. That might do the trick enough against enchantments. However, against 5-color Fires of Invention, Enigmatic Incarnation, you just want to boom, just get the job done. That's where it's at. Clothes, well, I had an extra spot as I was bringing together the sideboard, so yeah. A bit more Graveyard Hate. Damping Sphere, that's for Mono Green Devotion. Slow down Mono Green Devotion as much as possible. They're doing a lot less than I'm doing. Maybe only playing 1 or 2 things a turn. No Storm the Festival, hopefully. Turn off that Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx, make it tap for a colorless, which is pretty darn satisfying. So slow them down, we get a chance to build up and do stuff maybe as fast as what they do. Then we smoke them with Karn Sylex, the little bit that they've been able to establish. That's the idea, at least. Weathered Runestone as well, similar to Lantern of the Lost. If I see multiples of this, it's kind of like it has pseudo-cycling. You pay 1, tap it, exile it. You exile all cards from all graveyards, and you draw a card, and you can play the second one if you really want to. Whether Runestone though, just it's redundant if you see a second copy. And I just wanted even more graveyard hate. Perfectly reasonable, I think, to have one copy in there to give us a much better chance against that stuff. Tranquil Throwback as well. Hey, hate on the graveyard even more. Artifacts, enchantments, just a lot of fairly specific hate in the sideboard just because Karn Sylex covers so much. Brotherhood's End. We basically have most things covered, especially with this. I can be kind of super specific with the side. Yes, it is. It is cut. Basically, that list. Yeah. Again, I think you can be pretty creative with your sideboard if you're doing something like this, a catch-all, you know, destroying each non-land permanent. Man, this is super satisfying. I start off with a thing that is good against anything. Again, we'll see if we get enough bodies online with, you know, not having too much early, but of course, Brotherhood's End, keep it clear, fighting. Yeah, I think that's going to work. And Skyclave Relic, I must mention that. It's indestructible. I've used it a little bit in the past, but I think it's extra important with Karn Sylex. This doesn't get destroyed if we named or paid, you know, 3 or more for X, which is quite fantastic. Dinos on a boat. Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think this could be maybe an extra missing piece. Throw all the dinos on the boat, attack with it. They're temporarily bounced, exiled, smoke everything with Karn Sylex in the second main phase. Then all that stuff that would have died returns at the end of your turn, the beginning of the end of your turn. Okay, I say we get right into it. See if I figure out exactly how I want to tweak things, but now we're going to be doing some fun stuff. Everybody should be scared, I think. Hopefully. I was thinking of calling this 24 Carat Dino, just because it's featuring the golden Argosy there, but I'll probably use that as thumbnail art maybe for tomorrow. I'll have like some of those dinos, the emote dinos that I use kind of in the ship. They're excited, they're going on an adventure, and then it's just a wasteland around the ship underneath it because everything is destroyed. And oh, look at that. I'm happy to keep it. Oh, hey, that's all right. That's all right. Good stuff. We're playing the fantastic Karn Sylex mixture. Ooh, it's going to be good. I hope. 3 Thunderherd Migrations, though, is very rough stuff. Huh. Yeah, well, mixture of Karn Sylex, bunch of interaction and everything. I'm excited. Very much so. Reveal Ghalta. We pop Blast Zone next turn and take out both favored hoplites, potentially. Oh, yes. Basically, I would say the list that you sent. Oh. Pretty much. I did some slight tweaks. You'll have to go back and watch it right from the beginning, but yeah, it's pretty much the list that you sent. Oh. Gotta love it. Wow. Ooh. The scoop. Maybe they didn't have any lands in hand, but there you go. Blast Zone showing up. Fantastic. I think it'll work. I did some tweaks. You'll see how I mention it about the golden Argosy here. Save all the stuff, load up the boat, and your creatures don't die to Karn Sylex. I'm excited to test this out. Big time. Now, I guess we just keep it the same pretty much. We've got sweepers and interaction, and eventually we just drop a bomb and win. Boom. Oh, always room for improvement, always room to try some fantastic stuff out. Again, 25 lands. there is 4 of those blast zones. I was going to have it at 22, but definitely with 25, I would expect to draw a 3rd land. Oh, maybe not. Hopefully. You would think you're going to draw a 3rd land with 25 by turn 3 here. That's rough stuff. Oh, as long as I see this. Hopefully. Oh boy, here goes nothing. No, not a 3rd lane. My goodness. That is unfortunate. Oh yes, Dino boats. Oh, okay, we got it. Do I want Skyclave Relic? Topiary Stomp. I may want to, probably will want a Savage Stomp next turn. Either way, we get an extra land, an extra mana. Could have been Skyclave Relic. Could have been a lot of things. Oh, super duper interactive. I could have potentially taken out the Dreadhorde Arcanist. However, I did have a source of white up, so they may have been able to save it with protection from a certain color. Arfi slays the troll. Arni slays the troll, but actually, that's good. I might call it Arfi slays the troll. I never even made that connection, which is that's pretty sweet. Well, we're not quite dead yet. Thinking time. Would they have protection? Potentially. Do I just want to go Karn Sylex, pop it to take out Dreadhorde Arcanist next turn, or try to fight it? Take it out this turn. I'm going to try for Wayward Swordtooth. Perhaps they could have a braid destroying an artifact, which could potentially take out Karn Sylex, but I think they do have protection. White based. Okay, that is good. Nuts. But this is going to be rough. We won't quite be dead. I know what I'm taking out next turn. Definitely smoking that Dreadhorde Arcanist, and still having to deal with Ghalta could be kind of rough, I must say. Skyclave Relic, though. Have that enter. I will have a 3rd mana because I can use Skyclave Relics immediately. They would definitely kill us next turn, though, I would think. Hopefully Ghalta doesn't get the job done. Oh boy, here goes nothing. Illuminator Virtuoso. That's not so bad. Well, it's pretty bad, but another Brotherhood's End could be nice. Oh, okay, well, let's try and do it. They may only be able to save one of those. And we may just be dead to Ghalta itself, so that's yeah. Hopefully not. I do imagine they'll have some way to pump Ghalta, get it to at least 6 power and kill us. Oh yeah, that tends to do the trick. Yeah, it's pretty good there. Definitely. Lots of interaction. However, because it is Boros Heroic, recasting stuff from the graveyard, pretty much only if they have the Dreadhorde Arcanist. Usually it's just play a bunch of cheap stuff. So I still don't think I care for graveyard hate too much. Of course, Destroy Evil is pretty fantastic. Taking out a creature with toughness 4 or greater, destroying an enchantment. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind, though. Klothys. Actually, Klothys makes a lot of sense, come to think of it. I'll trim Etali. Yeah, keep it like that. Yes, it is Victor. Again, like I mentioned, the start of tonight, basically as close as what you had, and then we'll tweak it as we go. I'm going to be lovely stuff, and that looks pretty lovely. Hey, the Blast Zone made them concede that first game, so I'm just going to... Castle Garenbrig. That or Rootbound Crag. I don't have a forest at the moment, which helps those two lands enter untapped. And we don't have a turn 1 play, so might as well do it. That's looking good. I think Karn Sylex next turn, and then we're definitely going to smoke them. They have to do as much damage as humanly possible. And I hope they don't have a braid. Cross your fingers. They have to play creatures that have haste. If they play anything that doesn't have haste, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah. I think it's going to be pretty fantastic, pretty satisfying as well. Going to be hit for a lot of damage here. Oh. They played Dreadhorde Arcanist, and, well, that didn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah. Seems alright to me. Hopefully they don't have too much else hasty. I think we bought ourselves a little bit of time, though. Hopefully. Savage Stomp. Play Ripjaw Raptor, fight the Illuminator Virtuoso would be pretty ideal, I must say. Or just Brotherhood's End. Lots of stuff, really. Ripjaw it is. Cross our fingers. Hopefully it survives. Likely I'm going to block the Illuminator Virtuoso. If they have Reckless Rage, it would only take Ripjaw down. Well, they would leave it still alive with 1 toughness. Oh, this could be difficult though. Double strike, trample, pain. Pain and suffering. We could be done for. Imagine we. I think that's it. Probably. Yeah, well, that was good stuff. Yeah. Oh no, hey, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad, Victor. I have no fear, no limits, no excuses except just simple bad luck. Sometimes that's how it happens. But anything you guys want to do, I'll start off usually exactly what it is. Tweak it as we go. I'll keep it the same, but hey, that was pretty fantastic seeing the blast up. At least a good flash of brilliance, perhaps. But no, I'm happy to play it. That's alright, at the very least. This will help you guys compare stuff. You can see kind of how it works out. See the mixture, maybe get inspired. Maybe you like to do it one way. More aggressive dinos, bigger dinos, mixing it up. Maybe you like to use Naya colors, red, white, and green. Whatever it is, as long as you're having a good time. And it could work. Technically. In the past, I have used Arni Slays the Troll on turn 2. Without any creature out, just to get that red mana on turn 3. To possibly play something for 3. It's like the world's worst treasure. In a pinch it can work out. I'll try one mulligan though. Something a little bit better. Oh, okay, that's definitely better. We got Thunderherd Migration, which is certainly very nice to see. It does feel iffy, I must say. An interesting spin on it. I still want to keep, playing it, doing the best I can with it. We'll see. see. I think there's something here, at least. Fairly decent against a lot of stuff. Definitely nice that they didn't go Thoughtseize and get rid of the Topiary Stomper. That would have not been fun. Hey, waste your power word kill. Fine by me, we still get that basic land, and we get our source of red that we're desperately needing. Yes, definitely maybe increasing the amount of instant speed interaction, or there is ways to activate artifacts at instant speed if you wanted to try that out. I forget the cards exactly, but I'm pretty sure there's stuff that allows you to do activated abilities at instant speed or something like that. I swear there is. Rakdos, though, have no creatures for Arni slays the troll. Golden Argo, now we'll get Karn Sylex, and then we'll pop it. If they play anything next turn, it dies, which is alright. Fine by me. Would be nice to crew the Golden Argosy. I want to see it at least once. I don't think it has an entrance animation or a crew activation animation. However, I have been thinking of maybe making my own. Take the Golden Argosy itself, remove it from just the background image, and kind of make it float across the screen whenever I crew some creatures and, load up the ship with dinos and humans. Otepec Huntmaster. Otepec Huntmaster, I imagine, would be the thing that drives it. Probably. Hopefully they don't have another fatal push. Could pop Karn Sylex here to take out the treasure and the goblin, but they do. Okay. If they want to pay 4 to kill a creature, that's fine by me. Oh, I could try out your first deck, definitely. Up for anything. Then yeah, Karn Sylex in the sideboard seems pretty good as well. Stick to the best stuff that dinos can do, and then if you need Karn Sylex, bring it in to punch through whatever it is. Soaring. We're going to make him snoring after we pop it and take it out. Well, that should be alright. Oh, no, that's all good. We'll get the job done still, I think. Okay, smoke him. Pretty good. Take out all the treasures. What's not to love about that? Ooh. Yeah, your treasures are gone as well. Okay, they used it up. Fight whatever they play next turn with. Wayward Swordtooth, Savage Stomp. Possibly Arni slays the troll, but I could do that, actually. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Atarka's command also, yes, it would be pretty fantastic, I think. Lots of lands, and increased land count at least. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, another... Oh, hey, use up those blast zones. We're not getting screwed up by the auto tapper here. Boom. Arni slays the troll. Love it. Pretty sweet. Make Wayward Swordtooth bigger, although I don't think we're getting to 10 permanents, unfortunately. Yeah, I like the idea of Atarka's command. I'll make some tweaks after this match, whether I win or lose. Be good. Imagine we'll be sacrificing Wayward. That's okay. Get another Karn Sylex. It would be fantastic. Take out Liliana, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Hopefully, another creature. Nuts. And I was thinking maybe the creatures could be upped a little bit. There's lots of, well, non-creature things. I think I would still want to see them a little bit more. Actually, you know what? I want 2 charge counters on this. Take out Liliana and Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Let's do that. Alright, no. Trying stuff out. It all depends how you look at it. It's not necessarily bad. Gotta keep trying stuff. Maybe it doesn't work out, but it inspires, it gets the creative juices flowing. You're like, ooh, yeah, this works, this doesn't work. Whether or not you know for sure it won't work, it is a different feel seeing it used if you try it out yourself or if I do it here. You know for sure, or you just highlight definitely something you may not have considered previously. I don't think that's going to do it. Still might be okay. Oh, Cure, yes. Also, I think I do want to go down the Kiora path. Kiora Behemoth Beckner can untap a permanent, so that does mean Karn Sylex, we could untap it that turn and pop it all in one, which could be pretty surprising. I was thinking of things that untap permanents, stuff, creatures, whatever it is, artifacts. Yeah. Oh yes, definitely Pterosaurus. I think, hey, at the very least, if this is all we highlighted right now, hey, currently 16, so definitely a little low, but we were hoping, wishing, and waiting. Didn't quite happen, but I think it will. However, Rakdos, Tranquil Throwback to destroy Fable of the Mirror Breaker and exile the graveyard, potentially, hopefully. Brotherhood's End, taking out Liliana, pretty good. Maybe I'll trump Karn Sylex, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Try stuff out, see what fits. Of course, you want to go through as many changes as possible. You might have some good games. You know, you play 3 matches and you win them fantastically. It seems that the deck is just really good. But it might not be so good because you just perhaps got a little fortunate with the land draws, what the opponent was doing, what you were doing, and it seemed like it came together. But if you played another 3 or 4 matches, maybe those would not be so good. So just get the biggest picture possible, although definitely we can see how more creatures probably would be pretty nice. I'll trim Etali, cloth this, hopefully we can turn her on. That would be a very nice fight target, especially because indestructible. Lovely stuff there. Yes, definitely replacing that stuff. We'll see. Oh, yeah. Love it. Instantly fantastic. Tranquil Throwback was, or would have been Karn Sylex, so immediately this is already looking pretty sweet. Tranquil Throwback especially can be pretty devastating against Rakdos, doing multiple things, hitting them multiple ways. Brotherhood's End. We get our second source of red with Topiary, always fantastic and lovely there. Oh boy. I'm going to try and smoke him next turn. If they play some stuff, use up their mana especially. Okay, well that Misery Shadow, they're going to be feeling misery. Definitely. Don't really need to do anything else. Wayward Swordtooth, I don't have any extra lands, unfortunately. I say this, just do it. I save myself taking a bunch of damage next turn. They can't respond to it. They don't have, 3 untapped. Or 2 untapped at least. Bringing Misery Shadow to at least 4 toughness. Surviving the 3 damage from Brotherhood's End. However, hey, there it is. Tranquil Throwback. We pay 2 green. We exile their graveyard and we destroy Fable of the Mirror Breaker. That's exactly what you want to be doing. Whew. I like it. I like it indeed. Favorite song on the list? Oh, that's playing right now. I should see. I don't have it. Time to move on. Oh, okay. Okay. I like all the music itself, but and I increased the sound. Let me know if it is a little bit too loud just with my voice, but I felt maybe it was a little bit too quiet the past while, so I think it was decibels went up. I don't know, I want to say 10 or so, sitting at -10, -9, just so it doesn't overpower my voice, but do I want to take out the token? Nah, not really. Wayward Swordtooth, I guess. Increase the total power, maybe get Ghalta a little bit easier. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Definitely a little bit louder just in case I'm not talking at some point and it still keeps up the atmosphere. Yeah. Ooh, okay, more lands, I like it. So getting to Tyrranax Rex next turn, potentially. Don't really care about exiling the graveyard. Tranquil Throwback it is. Gain some life, destroy treasure. Yeah. Maybe they have Fatal Push to take out Tranquil Throwback. Okay, I think they do. Huh. Interesting. Well, at least we know they don't have Fatal Push. That's not nothing. Go for the throat. Nuts. I'm just wanting him to play those Bone Crusher Giants. Okay, good. Oh, finally. Took forever, it seemed like. Get him. And hopefully play that T-Rex next turn. Oh. I need something for get him when I smoke him. I guess the laugh. Although getting another Brotherhood's End is pretty sweet. I'll wait until they hopefully play that second Bone Crusher Giant that's exiled from after they played Stomp Adventure. Oh, play more creatures. Do it. Do it. Attack with the Goblin to make a treasure to get 3 mana temporarily. Oh, yes, keep playing those. Oof. Maybe I just need Brotherhood's End. Start off with Brotherhood's End. Don't worry too much about Karn Sylex. Hey, it doesn't get better than that. I know what I'm doing. We still might die. I mean, we're not at 10 permanents. Upping the cheaper permanents, maybe, just to turn Wayward Swordtooth on a little bit more often. Get another Brotherhood's End. That'd be pretty cool. 4 land. Oh, yeah, this is good. Actually, still not too good. Actually, very good. I forgot about this. Skyclave Relic. We can kick it for 3 to make 2 other copies. What requires and cares about having permanents. Boom. It ramps in a stable way synergizes with oh man, this is where it's at. That's a neat little combo thing. Oh, I know, JDX, I make you sick, but just for you, because you mentioned it, and it's Rakdos. That's not great. Well, we're not dead. Hopefully we get some sort of sweeper. At least I can play Tyrranax Rex. Rough. Oof. Okay. Well, they don't have another Thoughtseize. That is the last thing they have. Karn Sylex at the moment, I must say, would be nice. Taking out all those blood tokens. Yeah, Golden Argosy. We are going to see about the changes we make after this match. Yeah, there you go. Could we survive in any potential way? No. Yeah. We know Brotherhood's End does the trick, as is often the case. Gruul vehicles, 3 damage can be pretty devastating against them. Take out Reckless Stormseeker, Bone Crusher Giant, all the little stuff, the elves, tokens. You turn off Lovestruck Beast being able to attack because you take out all the 1/1s on their side, which is, pretty fantastic. Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. Okay. Oh, almost spilt my coffee again. That would not have been good. Alright. I think we can trim Etali. Etali is nice, I must admit. Our dinosaur storm creature. What's not to love about it? But just make sure it's always consistent. Get something instead of this that is cheaper. Seems to make sense. Golden Argosy. I'm going to try it out. I'll work it into some other list, but if I'm not maybe using as many Karn Sylex, or if I'm switching them, yeah. Yes, definitely. It is it's an interesting challenge, I must say. Do it enough in the middle that you survive to get this, and then you pop this. What is the most right stuff to do in the middle? Dinosaur related, or potentially not a dinosaur. I'm not opposed to that, but I definitely want to up the creatures, I must say. Arni slays the troll. Maybe trim that. Does feel a little bit awkward. I think Savage Stomp, I can just keep it at 4. But what deck doesn't have creatures? There's definitely the majority of decks that have at least some creature that we could fight. Heck, even Azorius Control, they've got the Samurais and maybe those scary flying sharks. Possibly. Yeah. Let's do that. Brotherhood's End. Trim that. Ripjaw Raptor. I definitely like 4 Ripjaw Raptors, I must say. If and when we do bring in Brotherhood's End, Damping Sphere, I want to trim that. Free up space right there for the 3 Brotherhoods. Not going in. Get in there. Okay. Trim 1 Blast Zone. But still keep the lands somewhat high. The count of 24. Well, at least high for me. That's like a regular count for most people. Yes, definitely a way to turn on Wayward. So something that could be multiple permanents, like Skyclave Relic, how I kicked it there. Skyclave Relic is 3 permanents in 1. If you pay that extra 3 and you ramp for 1 man of any color, and it's indestructible, so it's very, very durable. You don't have to worry about a Braid destroying this at instant speed, unfortunately. It doesn't die to Karn Sylex, which is pretty good, so I think I'll keep at least those 2 copies. But yes, something else that is multiple permanents. Of course, it could be Regis or Alpha. That is always one of my favorite things. Domri, Anarchobolus, potentially. Let's think. Type in Dino anyways. I mean, technically Crested Herdcaller, of course. That is multiple permanents. It's basically a strictly worse Regisaur Alpha. Sometimes I have thought about combining this with Regisaur and stuff that buffs your entire board, just to gain a little bit more value from this being a 2-in-1. 5 for 6 trample damage, or 5 for 8 potentially if you have something that increases power, +1/+0, that sort of thing. One day I'll do it. Actually, I think I did it probably about a year and a half ago, early on into my streaming here. Super Value Town Domri Dinos, I think it was called. I have to search back. Of course, when you get to almost 400, you lose track pretty easily, I must say. I mean, I'm always tempted to go this, the world's worst tribal lord. That would increase the permanence, but my oh my. Actually, I should do some night, just kind of as a joke. World's worst lord. Terrible lord. Whatever I would want to call it, that would be it. Yeah. That'd be funny. One day, not tonight though. Multiple creatures. Quartzwood Crasher. That is something. Whenever we connect with a creature that has trample, although we don't have a whole lot, much of anything other than Tyrranax Rex that has it, so probably not. That's a tough one. You know what, just read us off. Let's do that to start. It's a 2-in-1, it's fantastic, always does lovely stuff for me. After fighting with Savage Stomp, Karn Sylex, tons of ramp. Perhaps it could be a little bit too much ramp. Of course, I have had that happen with Marauding Raptor, Tepic Hunt Master, Thunderherd Migration, and Topiary Stomper. 16 things, sometimes 20, 21 things that ramp or cost reduce. I'm left with too much of just ramping. Not really enough payoff, unfortunately. So I could see this still being a touch too much. I think it's getting there. Invasion of Ixalan, actually, yeah, what am I thinking? Absolutely. Kind of want to do more than that, come to think of it. 1 Karn Sylex, 2 Invasion. Yeah. From a Blast Zone, 3 Invasion. So we may not be playing extra lands a turn very often with 23 lands. But I do like, there's something else to do at 2, I must say. Pillar of Origins actually would be pretty darn fantastic. Naming Dino, being able to tap it for a man of any color for a Dino. I think I'll leave it like that though. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to trim Skyclave Relic. I want the Domri. Two of them. It's still a permanent. Ramps, like I was mentioning, creatures you control, getting +1/+0, so extra value from Regisaur being a 2-in-1. You get a 5/4 and 4/3. 6 ways for single target interaction, 3 ways to smoke them, 9 ways in total to, take stuff out. Evasion Vix then, to grab whatever it is. Most of it is permanents, and yeah, that could be good. Maybe in a pinch, the permanent I need to grab is one of those 2 blast zones. Pop it, take out stuff against mono-white humans. Hopefully pop it right away. Take out all the humans that have a mana value of 1, potentially. Yeah, I'm liking that. Well, should be alright. I definitely like Domri and Boros, I must say. Start off with it. If you're not facing something that has counter spells, Domri's ramp makes it so creatures can't be countered for that turn. Even if you don't gain benefit from it, you're powering stuff up, you're ramping, you're fighting. What's not to love? I think it's the best Swiss Army knife for Dinos. Yeah, I like it. Bunch of lands and invasion. Get that turn 3 Topiary Stomper. See what we can grab with this though. It's gonna be nice. Ooh, hopefully they don't have a counter spell. If they do, Topiary Stomper next turn potentially. Say, oh, I was worried. Hashtag pre-recorded. I thought maybe it's going to be a Spell Pierce. I almost said Spell Pierce. That would be extra satisfying. Dimir Rogues though, or just regular Dimir control. Flashing in the Soaring Thought Thief. Oh, I've never played against this deck in my life. Okay. Certainly seems like we'll get Ripjaw next turn. I think they'll maybe try to do something to Topiary. Even if they countered Ripjaw, it wouldn't be so bad. We still would have a green left over. Yeah, good fight. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to try fighting with it first. Draw out the counter spell, hopefully the only one they have, and then maybe Ripjaw will land or resolve because of this. That's alright. That's alright. Ripjaw it is. They're not doing anything for 1. Hopefully they can't kill it, but yeah. Like I'm saying, basically everything you face will have a creature, so perhaps it could be right. Maybe this is the missing link for me. Starting off with Savage Stomp. Humans, Gruul vehicles, Dimir Rogues, whatever. Oh man, we're getting spoiled with the Savage Stomps, I must say. Gonna try and fight it. And hope they don't have removal on Ripjaw. I was thinking of trying with Topiary, then okay. Try again and hope they don't have a third drown in the rock. That's what I was worried about. Hopefully seeing that Castle Garenbrig, I love it so much. I was a little worried. Having Castle Garenbrig as 3 copies, I just want to see it a lot. In this scenario, I could play Tyrranax Rex if I don't draw it. Nuts. We've tried just about everything, and they've done their thing. About fortunate. Blow the whistle. The pause on this match, although I think we're done for, potentially. Hopefully getting a land next turn. Playing that Tyrranax Rex. Not quite. We still might get there. They haven't played any other rogues, which is nice. What's it going to be? Okay. Well, they don't have a counter spell. That's alright. I think they're going to kill somebody. Another Soaring Thought Thief? Where's that land? Let's see. Oh no, they milled the Castle Garenbrig. We would have got it. Well, any land, we would get it. Oh, beautiful. Oh, there we go. We can't let Tyrranax Rex land because it would get us to 10. Turning out, oh, they turned it out. Beautiful. You know what we're doing here. Maximum aggression. Might be able to. Oh, okay. I forgot about all the storm giants myself, so we are dead. That painful manland, nuts. However, Dimir Rogues, Tranquil Throwback is the thing. Exile our own graveyard. I'm not going to forget. I swear. Hopefully. Cross my fingers. Yeah, I'll turn Karn Sylex. They might have a few rogues, but for the most part, their battlefield might be kind of slim, especially if we actually get Savage Stomp to go off and fight them, hoping they don't have a counter spell or removal for the creature that we used as the target to fight and take them out. One more thing though. Ghalta. They could see it, they could discard it, they could prepare with removal for her if they know it's coming up. Thoughtseize and whatnot. She's maybe a little bit too risky. Although Wayward Swordtooth can power out Ghalta quite nicely. Play an extra land, you increase your total power by 5 and you're off to the races. Oh, it looks like a little Missy might be up. She's stirred. Perhaps I was talking a little bit too loud. I don't think she can hear me, but I should get my wife to go in her room. It's just on the other side of the wall. Pretty sure she can't. We'll see. I've got to keep that in mind. Remember to investigate. I don't like that. Oh, much better. Wow, that infinitely, especially Tranquil Throwback there, a bunch of lands. I'll send one mountain to the bottom. I want Thunderherd Migration on turn 2. No spell pierce, no spell pierce. You can do it. Oh, phew, okay. I don't think they have a whole lot of spell pierces. Of course, we are a lot of creatures, so maybe they cut spell pierce entirely, moved it to the sideboard, brought in more painful removal. Go with Topiary Stomper in the hopes that their play was possibly the Soaring Thought Thief. At the very least, they can't have countered Topiary Stomper. We don't have enough cards in the graveyard for Drown in the Lock. So that is good. Could even see Tyrranax Rex next turn. If I see one of those 3 Castle Garenbrigs, that would be probably lights out for them. Pretty hard to come back from that. Yeah, milled some good stuff. That's okay. Okay, we're tapped out. This is pretty fantastic, actually. I can go with Tranquil Throwback, Exile our... Oh boy. We're getting pretty close to some good stuff. Do I want to exile everything with Tranquil Throwback? There is only 3 things in the graveyard. That's not a crazy amount. We definitely need... Let me count. 4, 6, 7, 8... Maybe. Nah, I'm gonna go with Tranquil Throwback. Exile our graveyard, gain some life. Just do that. Alright. Yeah. 7th land next turn. Tyrranax Rex. I like it. We could turn on Wayward Swordtooth, but definitely if I get there, that's what I'm doing. Ooh, ouch. Thieves Guild Enforcer, potentially. I'm just happy I didn't see it. 1 black whenever a rogue enters the battlefield under their control, we mill 2 cards. Keep us away from 8 cards in the graveyard as much as possible. And hopefully they don't have a Thoughtseize. Oh, we've got the thing to kill them. Get the job done. Beautiful. I know who I'm targeting. I could hit him in the face. Certainly that might be preferable. Take away their card advantage. I like that instead. They'd almost be dead, but I expect they'd have removal for this. Now we'll see. Removal over somebody. Maybe they could go Extinction Event. We would lose everything next turn if that was the case. They'd be almost dead. Everything would be smoked, and it would be unfortunate. They would have been down to 3, but you never know. It would be pretty cool if they played Extinction Event coming up. They wouldn't lose their Soaring Thought Thief. Tyrranax Rex, Tranquil Throwback, and Topiary Stomper are all odd mana values. But we still will probably get the job done if they don't take stuff out anyways. Okay. Can't target T-Rex, which is pretty fantastic. No, you're not getting rid of him. They would have to take out 2 creatures and then force us to sacrifice a creature, which I don't have enough mana to do that. Sure, they'll kill somebody though. I'd be surprised if they couldn't with everything they have in their hand. Oh, double Wayward Swordtooth. Let's draw out that Drown in a Lock. Good stuff, good stuff. But it is nice. Topiary Stomper is 2-in-1 permanents. It's the creature plus a land, so that definitely kind of synergizes with Wayward right there, which is a nice point as well. I think Topiary and Wayward really should be together. They gotta be dead. Pretty good. They can't kill us next turn, that's for sure. They could target Tyrranax Rex potentially if they have removal for 2. They would have to completely tap out, and then the Wayward Swordtooth would just continue on in quite nicely. We'll get there one day, once they realize it. Okay. Don't really need any more ramping at this point. Hall of the Storm Giants, they can't make a creature, so don't have to worry about that. They would need 6 lands plus it. What are they waiting for? Your guess is as good as mine. Usually mine is pretty good. Okay, I see what's going on here. That's alright, we'll just replay it. Possibly they have Thoughtseize. Hopefully that's not the case, but... yeah. Could almost just straight up replay Tyrranax Rex if one more land was untapped. That would have been cool. Oh, there's a... took long enough, my goodness. Okay. Keep it like that. Maybe Clothes. I'll keep it like that. But definitely, Tyrranax Rex. That's probably my favorite dino in a long, long time. My favorite since Marauding Raptor. Let me see what the weather is. I might have to open the window for my wife. It's pretty hot, that's for sure. I'll go open it a second. I'll let this opponent stew in their own fear of dinos. Yeah, I think I'll keep that. Back in a sec. Don't go anywhere. Okay, alright. Definitely would like something for 2, but again, there's not a whole lot of stuff for 2 that I'm using, so I gotta keep that in mind. It's been, I think, basically never that I haven't used Marauding Raptor or Huntmaster. It feels different, that's for sure. Yeah. Can't discard something for 2 if we don't have it in the hand. Hopefully drawing Thunderherd Migration next turn. But, yeah, lots of nice, devastating interaction there. Lots of good choices for them. Nothing, I think, super clear that they would want to discard. Hopefully they don't have another Thoughtseize. We at least get Domri down and keep the plan of ramping, getting there to at least Regisaur Alpha. Ooh. Okay. More lands, that's not so bad. Oh, man. I was just replying to my wife there, but they're taking their sweet time. Either they play something, or they have enough to counter Domri coming up. I think that's what's going to happen. We'll try for it. See how it goes. Soaring, no, drowning a lot. or Spell Pierce. Or they just destroy it with some sort of black-based removal, maybe. Perhaps. They're either going to play a rogue, I imagine, maybe another Soaring Thought Thief. Or that. I think we'll get to Dinosaur Alpha, hopefully. It'll probably be fast enough, and we're at 6, not quite at 8. Tranquil Throwback would be divine at this point. Oh, yes, especially. They're completely tapped out still. Good. It's not Tranquil Throwback, but hey, we do get to 5 for Regisaur. Technically 6 with Castle Garenbrig there, so we're getting to a Tyrranax Rex, I would imagine. But hopefully they play something. They don't have a counter spell. Ooh, oh. We're getting rid of Regisaur Alpha, that's for sure. If they don't get rid of Regisaur Alpha, perhaps that means, okay, they don't have a counterspell, I think. They would have gotten rid of Tyrranax Rex potentially, if that was the case. Maybe. We don't want Topiary Stomper to have. Oh, okay, well. They're going to kill him when I try to Savage Stomp the Soaring Thought Thief. I bet. But we do get to Tyrranax Rex next turn. That's where we want to be. Then we got 2 of them. They see the doom that's about to happen. Cut that. Hey, we drew a card. That's pretty good. I'll take it. They better have another Thoughtseize up their sleeve, or else it's about to get painful. 1 Tyrranax Rex is bad, but when you can just slam 2 down, possibly. Beautiful. Hopefully no Shieldred's Edict, making us sacrifice Tyrranax Rex, unfortunately. Oh boy. Better be packing the heat. Play a creature. Something. I'm just happy that's the only creature they have with the Thought Thief there. They haven't taken us down too low. Oh, here goes nothing. They can't bounce it. They can't do a lot of stuff. Make a sacrifice it? Well, I thought so. Okay. Yeah. Nothing I haven't seen before. Ooh, 2 Soaring Thought Thieves. It's not fun. Let's just hope they don't have another. Maybe. What are they thinking? Oh, yeah. Note that tends to do the trick. Yeah. They got fortunate, and we got a little bit flooded, sadly. Taking those Soaring Thought Thieves out would have been ideal, but as it happens with Dimir Rogues, they interrupt stuff or they kill stuff with their fantastic removal and answer package. Yeah. Boom. Wow. Something else black related, possibly Orzhov. Yeah. I like the looks of that. We got 2 sources of green for Topiary Stomper. Fantastic stuff. Getting us to 4. Regisaur Alpha at some point in mono red. Very nice that we're seeing them, well, we're going first against them. Blast Zone is going to be a blast for their things. They have a lot of stuff that costs 1. Soulscar Mage alone, popping Blast Zone when it enters, and it's going to own. Yeah. Oh, Kumano, we take that out as well with Blast Zone. I like it. Definitely Topiary. They're going to lose Soulscar Mage and Kumano next turn. They better play something with haste and nothing that is a mana value of 1. We'll see. Monastery Swift Spear, potentially. Or we just go Regis or Alpha. Liking this though. Yeah, one turn left with the Soulscar Mage. Alright. Robber of the Rich. I was hoping it wasn't something with haste. Okay. Well, they're not playing Tyrranax Rex anytime soon, that's for sure. Other land is beautiful stuff, actually. Thunderherd Migration gets us to 7 this turn. This for 2 to 6. Topiary for the 7th, and we've got 2 4/4 Vigilances. That is what you want against Mono Red. Oh, beautiful. Oh, we've got Tyrranax Rex next turn. Definitely a fantastic package. I certainly think if you're using Topiary, you want to pair it with Thunderherd. Get to 7 lands a lot easier. And, well, they don't have Embercleave, that's for sure. That's alright. Of course, I expected some sort of damage-based stuff. 2 play with fires, though. 3 so far in the top 10, 11-ish. Question is, can I go Regisaur plus Topiary Stomper? Not too good. I think 1 and 2, potentially. I lost track. I've been explaining stuff a little bit more, so maybe I've done less matches than I think. Castle Garenbrig plus 4 is 6, 7, 8. Oh, I can do that. Okay. Make sure I don't use that Carplucent Forest. I need the source of red left for Regisaur Alpha. That's where it's at. 3 bodies, fantastic. Get to attack with Topiary Stomper. Vigilance. Don't leave myself open because you don't want to leave yourself open when you're at 8. Boom. That's gonna feel nice. I like it. They're gonna keep doing some stuff. They're gonna keep trying to kill some stuff. Maybe everything goes down, unfortunately, when they target it with their removal. Okay, it's just a stomp. We lose Regisaur Alpha, but I do take out the guy. Oh! And I get to take out Soulscar Mage. That is where it's at. Love it. It gets a token on it. That's okay. We're going to smoke him with T-Rex and boom. Beautiful. Well, I don't know. I don't know what would be good to bring in. Brotherhood's End, terrible. Terrible against Mono Red. Absolutely no good. Doesn't do much. All their creatures are super tough and they're not flimsy. They don't die to a swift breeze. But I'll try it. I'll try it. Trim Karn Sylex. Yeah. That's gonna take out basically everything they have. I would think. Certainly keeping Ripjaw Raptor. From Ghalta, I do like Clothis. The little bit of life gain could make all the difference. Sometimes it does. Tranquil Throwback, it's life gain, but I don't really care about exiling graveyards, or they might not have any artifacts or enchantments out, potentially. Leave it like that. Okay. Gotta be scared after that. Like, oh, Dinos, what can I do against that? I've never really faced it yet. Possibly never faced it before. You never know. They're pretty uncommon. Let's see that Brotherhood's End to start. Oh boy. Not that. I'm going to risk it. Got to land at least 2 Thunderherd Migrations. Getting more lands. I see 2. Hopefully one is a source of red. And then I grab the second source of red. The mountain. With Thunderherd there. Invasion of Ixalan. Well, send that to the bottom. I definitely want to be going Thunderherd Migration instead. Hopefully. Worth a shot. Oh, if I get that blast on, that is going to be nice. Oh, phew. Love it. There we go. Source red. Get the mountain. Smoke them. Next turn. Possibly. Depends. If maybe I go... No, I'm going Brotherhood's End. Hopefully it's nothing with haste. It's rough. Ley Line of Combustion, of course, not doing anything for him. Brotherhood's End doesn't target creatures, so yeah, that's where it's at. Hopefully that buys us time. Ooh, okay, I like that. Certainly Topiary Stomper. Use up all available mana. Some more green. Likely fight something next turn with Savage Stomp, would imagine. That's going to do the trick. Hopefully Ripjaw. If I draw a 5th land, I'll definitely try for that. Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's what I'm doing. I think they're done for. Of course the darn auto tapper. Screwed me up. I didn't use Blast Zone. I used all 3 sources of green. I only need 2 for Ripjaw, sadly. They're not using anything damage based on Ripjaw because I would just draw multiple cards. That's not happening. Taking us down pretty low though. I don't want a Savage Stomp. It would take us down to 1 if we targeted the Lava Runner. Sadly, that can't happen. Another Topiary Stomper? Maybe. Oh, yeah, what am I thinking? Use that Blast Zone though. Thunderherd Migration. Plus Topiary. Again, getting us to 7 lands. Love it. Good stuff. Hopefully they don't have Skewer the Critics next turn or else we're dead. Hopefully. Oh boy. Light up the stage. Okay, we'll still get the job done. Can't play anything else. Oh, fantastic. Now we kill them. They only have 1. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. Oh, beautiful stuff. Love it. Exactly. Wow. Just 1 more than lethal part. Oh, man. Savage Stomp the All-Star. But definitely, tons of lands. You can see how often I get to more than enough. Yes, very nice indeed. I think Savage Stomp is the All-Star. The thing I want to keep using, or just fighting interaction. Stuff that requires a creature. There is some stuff, Inscription of Abundance. You can put 2 counters on a creature if by chance you're facing a deck without creatures. But again, for the most part, you should always be facing something that has at least little things. Okay, looks good. Yeah, continue on with it. I definitely like seeing Wayward Swordtooth, but yeah, oftentimes you don't get that extra land. So if I did have to choose between the two, probably Topiary Stomper, just because, well, you always get a land, at least. Guaranteed. Maybe Topiary Stomper helps you play one extra land in one turn, but probably not for the following turns, unless you do have some fantastic card advantage, potentially. Oh, the opponent mulliganing. At least twice there, I think. Does seem nice with the 2 Karplusan Forest, getting Thunderherd Migration on turn 2 at the very least. Hopefully something cheaper. Something for 3 at least coming up. Yeah. Rakdos. Once again. Ooh, they're getting rid of Thunderherd. Darn. Hopefully not. Maybe this person's in gold, so they think, oh, I'm going to get rid of a big scary thing. And they do. They're looking at it. They're doing it. Ooh, ouch. Ooh. At least I did draw another land. But, painful. And this Arni. It's the only play I have at the moment. And I think it will be safe. Hopefully there is no Stomp from Bone Crusher Giant. 2 damage to Domri and then the Goblin to finish it off for a total of 4. They discarded Kroxa. Phew. It's surviving. Oh, and I get a fight with somebody. I like that. Oh. Cross my fingers there's no fatal push. That would be ideal. I'll get rid of Ghalta. There might be a pretty low chance that we get to her. Definitely Tyrranax Rex, Regis, or Alpha would be pretty fan. Oh, they do have it though. I jinx myself. I always do that. Maybe we get the 5th land next turn for Regis, hopefully. At least they don't have enough in the graveyard to escape Kroxa, so always got to look on the positive side of things. Dinosaur, good stuff. Don't have any cards in hand, so keep up the aggression, the pressure. Reflection of Kiki absolutely is not going to block. Maybe Tyrranax Rex next turn with that Castle Garenbrig. They still only have 3 cards in the graveyard. That is definitely what I want to be seeing. Make a copy of Graveyard Glutton, I would imagine. Oh, they don't. Okay, well. Karn Sylex it is. Pop that, take out everything, and we'll be feeling pretty bad. Beautiful. Yeah, if they have a 4/4, yeah, it's going to be rough. I'll block at least a few things. I imagine they'll make another copy of it when it comes around to their turn. Attack with, well, probably everything, because we're going to blow it all up. Coming up. Would be nice if they escaped Kroxa, and then I could pop Karn Sylex. Yeah, that would be good. Well, we're not quite dead. Almost. Pretty close. be alright. As long as they don't have a braid, but I'd be pretty surprised if that was the case. We're about to lose everything. Boom. We do have to worry about Kroxa next turn, unfortunately. Which they're definitely going to escape. Okay. Question becomes, keep the land as the thing to discard so I get to keep Tyrranax Rex. I think I want to do that. I would have to take 3, unfortunately. We're still... it's going to be rough, that's for sure. That is definitely what they're doing. If only I had that Tranquil Frill back. Okay, we better draw a land next turn. Oh boy. Oh, okay, well, I got a Thoughtseize. Sometimes you just die because you get flooded. Nuts. Ah, I finally remembered it. Okay, we know what we're bringing in. Colossus as well, yeah. Savage Stomp, that could do the trick. Keep Karn Sylex. Actually, you know what? I'm going to trim it. I'm going to bring in Brotherhood's End. That takes out most of Rakdos' stuff. Right there. Savage Stomp? Yeah. Gotta trim a few copies somewhere of something. Okay. Now we're cooking. Possibly could have trimmed the other Wayward Swordtooth, kept the Savage Stomp, and kept the amount of interaction up a little bit higher just to keep things free and clear. Hey, I'm keeping that big time. 3 lands, bunch of stuff for 3, and all of those 3 things for 3 deal with the graveyard. So I don't think the opponent's ever going to be escaping Kroxa this game. Oh, and they don't even have a turn 1 Thoughtseize. This is like beautiful. Absolutely. Love it. Oh. Bothus it is. Nothing to exile at the moment, but it is going to change, I would imagine. I think we'll throw back next turn. We'll take out that Reckoner Bankbuster, and I like it. Beautiful. Maybe they use removal on the throwback. I would imagine that's the case because we would just block Graveyard Trespass or so. If they did. Oh. That is good stuff. Can almost get to Tyrranax Rex. We're at 6. If we exile land with Colossus, we would get there. Definitely Ripjaw Raptor. Hope they don't have removal for it. They can't meet the requirement of a permanent leaving the battlefield, so Ripjaw at the moment is safe from Fatal Push. Although Kroxa might be meeting that requirement. I think so. I'll get rid of a throwback. I want to maintain the possibility of Tyrranax Rex next turn. As I expected, hashtag pre-recorded. Oh, we got it. Kroxa, gone. Gain some life. Do some damage. Play a big thing. That's gotta take him down a peg. I would think. Good game indeed. Smoked him. And they stumped a bit in the land department, but like I was thinking, trim the 2 Waywards, 2 Savage Stomps, lots of interaction, either with the graveyard, artifacts, enchantments, creatures, sweep them, smoke them, boom. Not with that. That hand is definitely not going to be doing the trick. Quite a bit better, I must say. If they got a thought seize, I think they might. But at least lose 1 creature. Keep the lands nice and healthy, and oh boy, this is good. They don't have a thought seize. They would have paid the 2 life for the blood crypt on that first turn, and they would have done that. Invasion Vixen, nice to see. Grab another land. Lasso. Play it safe. Keep hitting the land drops for the first 5 turns. That's pretty nice. Play a creature. Do it. Discard something and search for a land. Ooh. Okay, wow. Phew. I know definitely what I'm doing. That's the value I'm looking for. Good stuff. That should slow things down for me. Tranquil Throwback could be nice next turn. Take out Fable. Exile the graveyard. Not have to worry about a bunch of stuff. Hopefully flip Invasion Vixen at some point. I would like to see Belligerent Ripjaw a little bit more often. I think we should be able to flip it next turn. Oh, Shieldred. That is, well, that's good stuff. Hopefully we get something that could have impacted her. They don't know about Brotherhood's End, so I think that actually could save us pretty nice. We could attack, Shieldred would block one of those things, and we take everybody out. Do need at least 3, so Blast Zone. Use that as mana. Reveal Ripjaw. Woohoo. Scary stuff. Scary stuff. Get another land. Beautiful. Flip it. Good. Good. Hopefully they don't have a second one. I'm crossing my fingers. And we get to keep this Belligerent Ripjaw because, oh, lovely. It gets indestructible. They're smoked. It sticks around. And we play that. I like it. Usually where there's one Shieldred, there is another though. Yeah, Fatal Push on that I would expect. It is, well, technically a mana value of 0. Ooh, well, that's not fun either. Blast Zone at least, we'll take it up to mana value of 3. Take out Refla. Okay, yep, that's what I want. Boom. Don't have Fatal Push for Belligerent Ripjaw, we're gonna get him. That is fantastic. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're done. Smoked. It's nice. Whenever you cast a thing, you get a 4/3 indestructible. Pretty decent. I don't think they could kill us this turn. I don't see anything that would achieve that. Probably. Well, I'm still left with the belligerent Dinosaur. No, that's not nothing. Last-ditch effort on their parts. Keep Forest in hand just in case they thought seized. I don't think they would since they are at 4, but rough. Let's get a creature, another T-Rex, something. Finish him off in fantastic, flashy fashion. Well, that's not a creature. Ramp with it. Put 2 counters on Blast Zone here. Alright. Graveyard Trespasser could only take Domri down to 1 if they did target it. So at least they might stick around to next turn. They'll probably hit us because we're going to pop the Blast Zone and take out the Trespasser. We stopped them from playing probably Fable of the Mirror Break, I would expect. Brotherhood's End would be good. Oh, Tyrranax Rex to Rex. Cross your fingers they don't have Shieldred's Edict. I don't think they do. Woohoo. Smoked. Beautiful. Oh, lovely stuff. The top deck of top decks. Oh. Bringing the pain to one of the classic, fantastic decks of the format. That is where it's at. How long has it been? Almost 2 hours? Okay. I think I'll leave it there for tonight. Pretty nice to end on a positive note, I must say. All this lovely stuff. Yeah. Oh, I got a pack. I forgot. Let's finish it off and possibly get a rare wild card. That would be nice. Yeah. Gandalf the White. Pippin's Bravery. Sacrifice of food. If you do, target creature gets +4/+4. Oh, that's pretty good. You have a bunch of food and you make a thing big for 1 green at instant speed. Decent. Very decent. Yeah. Alright. That was lovely stuff. Victor, Cut, Pterosaurus, JDX, anybody else watching right now, later on, if you fell asleep, if you're watching in the morning, hopefully you got some good sleep. And yeah, have a good rest of your time zone, wherever it is you are watching. Take a bite out of that like button. See you next time. Yeah. Peace.